Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And once more, we are back with another tournament game. This one again from the Zany Zebrafinch Zoo. It is a semi-final and it is game number 2 here in this best of 3. So yeah, if you've not already seen game 1 from this series, I would recommend checking that out. I will link to it up in the top right hand corner. But if you have seen it, you'll know that we did win and get off to exactly the kind of start that we're looking for here in this semi-final. But as I say, it is a best of 3. So the job is not done yet. We have got another game here and we're going second. So yeah, we're going to jump into this one and not exactly the tray you want to see going second in this game. So of course we do have house rules in effect, which means Raven cannot be played until round 2. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to get picked up and it is going to get used. And black-headed gull there as well is another bird that you hate to see. Of course, with these Oceania boars now, you can go and pick up 2 birds on that first turn going first. So we've got all that to contend with. But before we get to that, we've got our starting hand to look at. So let's jump in and see what we've got. And it's definitely not looking as good as the Raven and the Gull in the trade. But I think we've got enough to work with. And certainly on the bonus card, Mechanical Engineer is a pretty nice one to see. So yeah, just trying to work out what the way to approach your starting hand is. We've got some good synergy, I think, already. Cooper's Hawk and Carrion Crow. Obvious synergy there, getting the extra caches through the teal power. Not really got the great wetland card drawing options, but of course Carrion Crow, as I say, as an option, and it can go in the wetlands. Start drawing some cards and start seeing what comes up. So I'm just trying to work out, what is my approach going to be? Which of these birds can I look to keep in addition to those 2? Maybe something like this long spur. I do feel like in Oceania, bonus cards are a good way to go. Of course, it's going to help a little bit maybe with the Mechanical Engineer. It's going to get a bonus card itself. And just getting that first bed in the grasslands, I've not got an egg source. So depending on how my digging goes, maybe I can find something that can help get some more eggs. But I think, yeah, often you don't find that and you've just got to play something and start laying some eggs. So, yeah, no surprises perhaps their opponent does go and pick up Raven and Gull. And we're going to start getting our birds down. Now, there is another consideration here I should touch on. In keeping the extra bird is extra bird means 1 less food, and it potentially means I can spend all of my food here before they start using their black-headed gull, and that is definitely something worth thinking about. I think there is, potentially a way of dealing with this black-headed gull. So, yeah, no surprises. Perhaps it does go down, and straight away there you'll see for me no hesitation, get the hawk down, and I have no food. And if there's one way to defend against the black-headed gull, of course, there you see the power stealing food from another player. If you don't have any food, they can't steal it. So, yeah, it does kind of maybe put them in a little bit more of a difficult position in terms of, they want to be drawing cards and seeing what they find in this first round so they can prepare for the Raven going down in that second round. But, yeah, they're going to need food to feed that Raven. So I'm sure, yeah, they'd be hoping to get some food through the goal. But we're just going to do our digging now. We're going to start, of course, off the top of the deck. We do get a pink power, which I do definitely like. Of course, up against the Grasslands engine potentially here, getting the pink power is going to be good. And you'll see we jumped on the teal power as well, the magpie. So, yeah, potentially going for a lot of teals, but also potentially going for double defense against the Grasslands engine. So, this is just a little bit of preparation, a little bit of sort of preemptive work. I mean, I'm not going to be able to dig too effectively here just with the Carrion Crow. What could help potentially is something like that pink-eared duck. And I'm definitely looking, I'm definitely thinking, working out, how to maybe negotiate this and approach that. Is it something I could play? It is, of course, giving cards to my opponent, but especially this kind of power where you're drawing 2 and then choosing which card to give away. You can normally give away something not so good and maybe not give them quite such good value from there. So we do pick it up. It is an option for sure for me to look at and for me to consider. But yeah, as far as the not having food is concerned, it is working, I think, to an extent. It's sort of delaying my opponent a little bit, maybe. As I say, just blocking that little bit of food, maybe if that has to force them into spending another turn, gaining food either this round or next round, and that's 1 less turn drawing cards for them. Like I say, I think there's potentially some value to look at there. So they do, of course, have the rat in their supply. That's going to help them out a lot getting the Raven, but they do still need the other food to work with that. So Yeah, we of course have got the the basis of our sort of setup going. Carrion, Crow, and Hawk. Definitely, I'm going to be looking for more predators. Something like the black skimmer in the tray maybe is an option. Not really found too much else in terms of engine building birds. I mean, like I touched on, I've got the pink power, so that is going to help get me some eggs potentially as this game goes on. But yeah, definitely lacking direction. And I think, anytime you're in this situation in the early game, especially, if you haven't got great options in the starting hand and you're playing something in the wetlands or just digging, I think you're often looking for that direction early on and just looking for something that sort of triggers you to go and, shift strategy or go and do something else. So not really, as I say, quite found that yet. But opponent is drawing cards, and here we go. This is a chance for them to, maybe steal some food, but I don't have any. So, as I say, definitely helpful there just to defend where I can. But, my patience is going to get tested here because, yeah, I am going to want to be gaining food. I'm going to want to be playing some of these birds I've got. As I say, potentially the pink power, I want to get that down really early on, as early as I possibly can in that second round. I know they're going to be laying a good number of eggs as that goes on. So we're going to take food, and maybe slightly controversially, we are going to skip the Cooper's Hawk. And the reason being is they have that vulture that you might have seen they played earlier on in this round. So that hawk hits, they get a free food, and my whole approach here is to try and block them from getting too much free food. So looking back, maybe that was a little bit too defensive. Maybe I should have tried to go for the point. But like I say, I just really wanted to focus there on trying to stop them from getting too much food where I could. So they did draw cards, and they did reveal another Predator's power. So as I said, I was already kind of looking at the skimmer. I go and pick up the bar towel as well, and yeah, that's a bit of a kick in the teeth for sure to accidentally go and reveal Killdeer. So they've already got Raven. They're now going to have Killdeer as well. I'm cursing and wondering what I did to deserve this, but yeah, Wingspan, it's it can be a cruel game sometimes. Here definitely feels like that for sure, but we're just going to truck on. Definitely know I'm going to get usage out of this pink power now at least, so there's a silver lining there potentially. But yeah, we are going to try and get this bar down. That's kind of the immediate priority for me. So see, my opponent, they stole food off me. It meant I could go and grab the rodent in the feeder, and yeah, pretty easy I think for me to go in legs here, get rid of one of these cards that I'm not really interested in playing. Then I know I can get the bar down. And that's already 2 predators, so we're going to get 2 caches this round from the Carrion Crow. And that's going to help, and that might have to be our key in this game if we're going to stand any chance. Clearly I know I'm up against it here with a Raven and a Killdeer in hand. So we've just got to try score points elsewhere. And yeah, using these teal powers is going to be a great way. Maybe this Magpie, as I say, could go down at some point. We know we've got a pink power. And we have got a good bonus card, Mechanical Engineer. Let's not forget that. That I think in most cases is a pretty straightforward 8 points. So that will be the aim. And then, of course, if we can get some other bonus card birds, like, of course, the Prairie Chicken that we've got in our hand, that maybe can help out as well. But we are going to get the owl down. We are going to get these 2 caches, and we are going to win the end of round goal. So another way, potentially, of trying to get some points going here. But yeah, we come here into round number 2. And you see, we've got some more predators, or at least one more predator in the tray. So we have got the Greater Roadrunner, and that is one I am going to, for sure, look at picking up. But as I said, I've sort of got to contend with this pink power a little bit. The Horsefield's Bronze Cuckoo is a little bit different to the kind of pink powers that certainly I am very much used to from the base game and the European expansion. And it doesn't look for a certain nest type. You're looking at the wingspan of the bird. So you need a bird wingspan under 30 centimeters, and right now I have none of those on my board. So the one in my hand is that long spur, so that might be something I try and rush down a little bit sooner than I otherwise would. I think normally bonus card birds, I save those for the later game and try and get the brown powers down first, certainly the pink powers, as I say, as well. But yeah, I really wanted to focus, as I say, on getting those birds in the tray, for sure, the Roadrunner being one, but Bald Eagle is another big point bird, so Potentially could be good. Potentially could be good actually for getting the fish to play that other predator power, the skimmer, in my hands. So yeah, lots of options. This is the point, you know, I talked about this in round 1. You sort of look for that trigger, you look for something to sort of kickstart your strategy almost. And I think seeing those 2 birds in the tray, that's when the plan started forming of, okay, we can really hit this Carrion Crow and try and get a lot of caches there. But first of all, we are going to play this Horsefield's Bronc Cuckoo. So I'm just sort of trying to work out in my opponent's, you know, perspective, what are they going to be doing? I think they're going to want to be getting the Raven and the Killdeer down. They had laid eggs on the previous turn, but they didn't have enough food to play either one of those birds, or both of them, I should say. Could get the Killdeer down, but I think conventional thinking says you want to play the Raven first, but screw that, we're playing Killdeer first, so they are potentially going to be looking at laying eggs, which is where I go and go and grab food to try, as I say, and get this small bird down so I can actually start laying eggs. So we get a lot of nectar on this reroll, which is exactly what we want. And yeah, this time, a little bit of an interesting approach on the predator power, so I should talk about that. So we've got 2 now, and I think in my mind, if they both hit, that's a worthwhile trade. If I get 2 tucks and I'm only giving away 1 food, I can live with that. But with the Bard Owl missing, for me, it was no longer worth using the Hawk. So as soon as that missed, we skipped the second one. And as I say, it's just trying to block in terms of the amount of food that my opponent gets hold of. Maybe in retaliation, they be annoying and go and steal my food, which blocks me from being able to play my bonus card bird, which, yeah, definitely annoying. But they are still short, so, you know, if they had got that 1 extra food off the pink power, they could now potentially go and play the Raven. So, again, it's just this defensive play. We saw it in round 1, really trying to block the food, try and slow things down. I think that's the key because, you know, Wingspan, you've only got 26 turns, and we're sort of getting to the halfway point of the game now, you know, late in round 2, so there's not really that much time in the grand scheme of things. You're only half a game for my opponent to benefit from the Raven. But this time, we do use the Predator powers, and as I say, with the Owl hitting, we now use the Hawk, and they both hit, so yeah, maybe slightly less defensive, but again, in that situation, I'm kind of thinking, okay, actually getting the 2 points there is worth giving away the 1 food that they could easily get just by stealing off me. And actually, thinking about it even more, it means I can go and play the bonus card bird before they even legs again, and we're going to get our free egg. So we do go ahead and play that, and we get an interesting choice on the bonus card for sure. We got a bit of a kickstart on both of these, and definitely a view to scoring lots of points on them both as well. So Platform Builder, you know, I've already got 2 birds in my hand that are going to hit that as well. But not such great synergy with Mechanical Engineer. You know, I want to be playing lots of different nest types for that one. And Platform Builder definitely pushes you down the route of playing, yeah, lots of that single type, of course. Prairie Manager equally, you know, Roadrunner's going to hit that. There's a Magpie Lark in the tray as well that I could consider going for. So we do, yeah, pick Prairie Manager in the end there. So I think it's a pretty good bonus card. I think it's one that, certainly in the base game, got a lot of flack and maybe was not quite as good as its counterparts from the other 2 habitats. But I think in Oceania especially, Prairie Manager is a pretty good bonus card. And yeah, I certainly think it has potential here. Definitely some potential to get me some points. So yeah, good to draw that. But as I say, the main thing getting this long spare down is to hopefully get some free eggs. But that's not happening because my opponent somehow is still drawing cards, even with this grassland. So maybe I've just put them off a little bit. And that does force me here, unfortunately, I think, into having to lay eggs here. So I was hoping to get a free egg through. I could then play the Roadrunner. I wouldn't have to lay eggs here. And I do want to get this Roadrunner down in this round. Of course, the Carrion Crow, to be making sure that I am getting as many caches there as possible. So we do have to lay eggs. It's annoying. It's not ideal. But I think at some point I was probably going to have to lay eggs in this game. So it's not the end of the world. And yeah, to still be able to actually get the Roadrunner down this round is key. The annoying thing is it meant that they took the Magpie Lark as well. So yeah, I was definitely hoping that maybe I could have used my extra turn this round for drawing and picking up that Magpie Lark rather than laying eggs. As I say, plan ahead for Prairie Manager. Plan ahead a little bit for Mechanical Engineer as well, because I haven't got any cup nest birds. So that is going to be a problem that we have to try and solve as this game goes on. But Yeah, all things considered here, all things considered, it's actually not looking too bad. Of course, saying that, we've still got Raven killed it on the other side, but, you know, not really built too much out with that. And with the pink power on my side, I'm definitely benefiting and getting those free eggs coming through, and lots of egg space, I should say, as well on the long spell, which definitely helps and buys me a bit of time. So yeah, we'll play our Road Runner. 41 points is not too shabby, and we've still, of course, got some caches to come through and some end of round goal points. So we are looking well placed, and we've got some good birds to play as well. So this Bold Eagle, again, nice big point play. If we can get that skimmer down pretty quickly as well, start getting even more caches on the Carrion Crow, that's going to be nice, but it is only 2 birds. We're really going to have to do a bit more digging, try and find some other good stuff. You know, that I think is where my opponent has got a definite advantage here. Lots of cards in hand, and of course Killdeer and Raven, which is going to probably win them all of the Nectar battles as well. But for now, we're pretty happy with our Carrion Crows, getting some more caches. So yeah, unfortunately, miss out on the end of round there. But we come here into round number 3, and if I'm looking for cup nests and I'm looking for prairie manager birds, what a tray. What a tray to, yeah, have in front of your eyes. So yeah, Sace Phoebe and the Sisticola, and even the Kia would be nice. I'm sort of not expecting to get my hands on that one. Of course, the opponent going first here, they've got the Killdeer, they can lay eggs and pick up whatever they want from the tray. But yeah, I'm really just hoping that the Phoebe and the Sisticola are still there, because I think this is a key moment where when you're drawing cards, you want to be drawing good stuff here. When you're only drawing 2 at a time, you know, I can't afford to keep digging. I can't afford to just be, you know, drawing blind off the deck and finding rubbish that I then, you know, either don't want to play or can't do anything with. So I want to be maximizing off these turns when I am drawing cards and make sure that I'm drawing stuff that is going to score me points, is going to synergize with what I'm doing. And yeah, great example here with these 2 birds working for the bonus card. Now, do have a bit of a decision as well, because unfortunately Canada Goose came up. And I was trying to work it in my head, like, is that still something that could work? Is there enough time? And again, I talked about this a little bit in the previous round. There's not a lot of time left in this game. By the time that actually they killed it and the Raven went down, we were getting very far into this game. And yeah, Goose, for me, it's kind of borderline at this point, whether it is still worth picking up and playing and, you know, getting those tucks. Do you really want to keep laying eggs and giving me free eggs all the time? Or, you know, would you rather use the food to play big point birds? And I think, for me at least, it's all about the big point birds here. So yeah, we leave the Goose, and we're kind of, you know, praying and hoping maybe that my opponent doesn't go and pick that up. And they don't, but they do pick up something else and reveal a White Stalk. So yeah, we talk about being efficient with the turns when you are drawing and making sure you're picking up good stuff. Well, what more do you want than a nice big 8-point bird there as an option to go and play? So yeah, definitely got a decision to make here. As I say, very, very tempting. Very nice big point bird as an option. But equally, I haven't got all the time in the world to be playing all of this stuff. My food access is not great. I'm only getting 2 a time, potentially 3 if I'm throwing cards, but I don't have that many extra cards to throw. So unfortunately, we have to make the decision here to go and leave what's in the tray, and we go and take food. And the Hunters, now they've got free reign, because I don't care what food to give away. You've got a Raven. And now, of course, they both decide to miss. So that is a classic Wingspan moment there. But we do at least start to get some of the food. But yeah, this is, for me, the point of the game where things got a little bit painful and things got a little bit difficult to work with, because, yeah, I've got to get food. I've got to try and get these birds down. As I say, really want to focus on trying to get this final Predator power down, or final for now at least, in the skimmer, just to, of course, get the extra food, or I should say the extra cash food on the Carrion Crow. But yeah, at the cost of that, of course, as I say, unfortunately, was leaving the White Stalk, which my opponent, maybe no surprises, went and picked up. So looking back, as I say, maybe I could have gone and picked that up. Maybe I could have, at the very least, blocked it. And then, of course, just use those extra cards, turn those into food. But yeah, I think there was just such a time pressure here between trying to play those birds and, you know, maybe laying eggs as well, maybe thinking about the end of round goal as a possibility. But that might just be a bit of a pipe dream at the moment. But the 3 eggs are still coming through, and maybe this as well is a little bit of why I'm trying to rush these birds down, because actually, you know, we're running out of egg space there, and I've got to play birds. It's my only way of freeing up the egg space. So yeah, we are gonna go and get food again, and we're sort of planning a little bit ahead as well. We're trying to take some worms. You know, I'm thinking towards that final round. You know, if my final play or one of my final plays is going to be in this grasslands, this double play, I'm going to need worms for that. Nectar's not going to be, you know, even part of the conversation. As I said, my opponent pretty handily going to win that, I think, in at least 2 of the habitats, and probably a clean sweep when you've got something like Raven. And of course, we know they've got some lovely wetland birds to be playing with all of that nectar as well. So yeah, we just got to focus on what we're doing, I think, and let my opponent worry about the nectar. We'll worry about our carrion crow. So that, as I say, is potentially going to be the key here. So I was very much hoping that when my predators hit, they weren't going to take the fish. It was kind of a gamble. You know, again, Bardown missed the first one. Comes to the hawk, gives me a chance. You know, do I use it and give them a food, or do I skip it? I used it. They took the fish. Again, in hindsight, maybe I should have skipped that, because now when I play the Bold Eagle, I'm not going to get the fish coming through to be able to feed the skimmer. So a little bit annoying. Yeah, definitely some missed efficiency there, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we can still play the skimmer at the very least. It is going to cost us some of these worms, unfortunately, that we were preparing yeah, to use on those 2 birds in the grasslands. But that's how it goes sometimes. So I think we are still going to go through and play that. But there are options. You know, maybe I could draw cards here. You spend the nectar to get another card, and then those cards could always turn into food in the next round. There's still some more worms there. I definitely want to be grabbing those if I can to go and do this double play. But I've still got Mechanical Engineer to look at, and I'm still, as it stands, actually not scoring points off that. You know, we've got the 2 cup nests in our hand, one of them being a star nest that it is, of course, going to help. But yeah, we're kind of lacking. We've played a lot of these platform nests, as I said, and yeah, we've got another ground nest in the skimmer, so that's maybe going to help. But I still need another cup or another cavity nest, and it's not looking too likely, unfortunately, on that front. So we might just have to wait. We might just have to see. You know, we're going first in that final round. Maybe see what comes up in the tray, and just hope that we can go ahead and draw something good. But yeah, so for now, we're going to play the skimmer, and we're going to get another cash on our carrion crow. So 4 this round. Very nice, up to 9 in total. So yeah, we do get slapped around a little bit in the end of round. We come here into the final round, and what more do you want to see in a tray, in a final round tray, than a Benelli's Eagle? So yes, of course I'm going to go and draw cards. Of course I'm going to go and pick that up. Pretty much no questions asked. I should say we do have Swainson's Hawk as well, which is maybe another option. Does hit Prairie Manager, does get me another cash on the carrion crow. So that might be something we look at, but I'm also thinking I need to just keep gambling from the deck. And so in the end, we do go and draw off the top. I was very much hoping I could find that extra cup nest or that extra cavity nest. If the Swainson's Hawk was one of those, I think I'd be picking it up for sure. But yeah, as I say, we do just take what we can get in terms of the Benelli's Eagle. And yeah, we've still got some difficult decisions to make here. This is definitely not going to be an easy end game, but it is going to be made maybe a little bit more comfortable by Black Skimmer getting the work done. So yeah, we do get a cash there. Very welcome one, especially after the forest birds have been missing so much. But yeah, 4 turns left, and not really sure how this is going to play out. Benelli I want to get down, but not got all the cards in the world, unfortunately, to be feeding that. So we might have to draw again anyway, just to feed that. And as I say, maybe some of these extra cards can be turned into food anyway. We do also have this end of round goal, cards in hand, so we're going to need 1 for that at the very least. Can't be affording to miss that and lose 4 points. But yeah, this is a tough position. This is really difficult. As I say, just even still going and looking at the opponent's side and seeing the Killdeer and the Raven, you know, you got to put that out of your mind and just try and focus on what you can do yourself. And what we're going to do ourselves here is draw more cards. And yeah, as I say, really hoping that I can find kind of the perfect bird. Would be another Predator's Power that is going to help from Mechanical Engineer. Unfortunately not to be, and unfortunately Skimmer's not going to have Lightning striking twice. So yeah, we do get another Prairie Manager option in the Pipit. That could be one. As I say, that we do consider it's a little bit of a cheaper option for sure compared to the likes of the Sace Phoebe. But yeah, I think with 3 turns left, I think it's going to be quite straightforward for me. We're going to play that Benelli's Eagle, of course, big points. Just going to get another cash on the Carrion Crow as well. We'll then go and look at taking food once, and then we can do the double play. And actually getting some more of these free eggs coming through, this has definitely helped because it's just made that play a little bit more affordable in terms of the egg cost. So of course playing Benelli's Eagle here costs 2 eggs. So now we'll get left with 2, which is going to be enough if we do go ahead and do that double play, because the Sister Cola, you get a discount, you get a 1 egg discount when you do go and play that. So yeah, as I say, that's going to be definitely helpful in order to go ahead and get that double play down. I'm going to hit Mechanical Engineer, so 82 points. I don't think actually that is including currently Eddie points of Mechanical Engineer, and of course only 3 on the Prairie Manager as well. So I think we could be getting a good score here. You know, even, of course I know what we score, but even at this point of the game when I was playing, I was thinking, you know, we could be doing something good here with the Carrion Crow caches to come through as well, and some more free eggs. But of course, so much is going to come down to what my opponent is going to play in their final few turns, because again, as I say, they're winning all these end of round goals, they're winning all these nectar races, so pretty demoralizing on that front. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and draw food, and we get exactly what we wanted. So yeah, I maybe gambled a little bit. I probably should have kept the Pipit when I was playing Benelli's Eagle, just like I say, as that backup option, but we gambled by getting rid of it. And yeah, definitely fortunate that all of the right birds came up for me, or all of the right food, I should say, to play the right birds. So we're in a good position. We've got a, you know, straightforward final turn, really. Do this double play. We've still got the Kookaburra. That is our 1 card that is going to be kept in hand. But yeah, my opponent in the background has just been playing loads of big point birds. You know, they've got another bonus card with the Owl. Still got this Magpie luck, which is going to let them play something else at the game in face. So yeah, we're going to wait and see what that is, and hope that it's not anything too potent. But yeah, this is definitely a weird game, and this is the point of the game where I was kind of, you know, trying to maybe calculate a little bit, think how many points they could have, think about their bonus cards, you know, what bonus cards would be good for them, what wouldn't be so good, and yeah, just try and work out where maybe I can get some small wins. And when they have to play something like Black Turn, I think that is a little bit of a small win. Of course, it's going to be for a bonus card or something, but on the surface, 4 points. Definitely not a great play late in the game when they've been doing so much digging. But yeah, we're going to just stick to our own game plan, which, as I say, do this double play. Sister Cola into Phoebe. So yeah, there we go. Got the points on the bonus cards, which is nice, because we do need every single point, I think, in this kind of game, because even if we're not thinking about winning, you want to get as many points as you can, because, of course, going into game 3, it comes down to the points scored on deciding who goes first, and it's a not insignificant advantage going first. We already saw in this game, when you get a tray like that, how big the advantage going first is. And even in game 1 in this series, we saw as well with the Wood Duck in the starting tray. So yeah, just getting that advantage going first, that is key. And as I say, in these positions, that is why it's so important to never give up. Even against Raven Killdeer, you can still try and score as highly as you can, and you can still get 14 caches on the Carrion Crow, which I definitely did like to see. So yeah, another end of round goal that we get absolutely spanked in. And yeah, we come here not to the nectar yet, because we've got some end game powers to go through. We've got the Magpie luck, and yeah, Kia goes down. So I had forgotten at this point in the game that they had drawn that earlier. So that's a nice one to play for sure. Use up some of this extra Raven food to see some more bonus cards. So they're looking good there. And they're also looking good here. Plenty of nectar points. So we tried as much as we could, but I think when you're against a Raven who can get all the nectar they want in the world, it's tricky, and yeah, 15 points to 4 there is tough to fight against. But we come here into the scores, and we're going to have some areas of this where we can hopefully push strong. Bird cards, we do have a bit of a lead. Bonus cards, not too bad, but they do pull ahead, unfortunately, as I said, on the end of round goals as well. They're definitely looking strong. We didn't have too many eggs, even with the safe sweep at the end, but cash food, thanks to this Carrion Crow, definitely helping out. And a few tuck cards with the Predators, so it's looking neck and neck, but as I said, unfortunately with the Nectar, my opponent does pull ahead, and they do win this one. But it's very close, got to be said. I was quite happy with an 11-point deficit here, 120 to 109. So that could have been a lot worse if I'd given up with maybe not drawing quite such good stuff early on. But yeah, we'll take a quick look at their bonus cards. So definitely the black turn was for some of those bonus cards with the 2 nest type ones. And Kia delivers as it should really late in the game, hitting nicely on large burst specialists. So yeah, pretty solid board. Not too many great brown powers added to the Killdeer and the Raven. But I think those two on their own are good enough brown powers. You get all the cards you want, you get all the food you want, and yeah, they had some pretty nice plays. And as I said as well, winning all those end of round goals and all of those Nectar points as well, it adds up. And in a 1v1 game, definitely tricky on my side. So yeah, as I say, not too bad bonus cards. Definitely disappointed that I couldn't hit Mechanical Engineer, or at least max it out. 3 points is okay, but you really want to push for 8 there. But yeah, as I said, slightly weird game, slightly weird board. I was quite happy to only lose by 11, so it is a loss, which does mean we go into that game 3, but courtesy of the points we scored in that game 1 and the points we could score here, we are going to be going first in that one. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this interesting game, definitely from my perspective. And as I say, we are going to go into this game 3. We are going to get that one featured here, so if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're staying tuned, and I will see you for that one very, very soon.